Hello and welcome to This Week in Civics. I'm Rachel Davison-Humphreys with the Bill of Rights Institute. And as you know, the Bill of Rights Institute, we teach civics. We know citizenship is hard work and BRI is here to help. So every week we tell you what's happening in civics, history, and here at the Bill of Rights Institute. And we want to hear from you. Send your questions, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We want to know what's happening in your civic world as we reflect on what's happening in ours. So this week, we are very obviously talking about Supreme Court nominations. With the historic confirmation of Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, our Think the Vote debate question is, has the confirmation process of Supreme Court nominees become too political? So on our Think the Vote platform, there are always two sides to every story, and we ask you to vote. So those who argue that the confirmation process of the Supreme Court nominees has become too political contend that the Supreme Court in general has become too involved in political questions. They claim that the court makes landmark decisions on hotly contested political issues like gun control, abortion, and the limits of free speech that should be left to the legislature. And they argue that the court's role has gone beyond simply interpreting the Constitution to contend that political ideology, not the Constitution, sits at the heart of the court's decisions. This expanded scope of the political role played by the court in controversial political and social issues, they think, has invited more partisan nomination process as Americans have sought the Supreme Court to be reflective of their own political views. So the makeup of the Supreme Court and its effect on key political and social issues have become part of the partisan background. The other side says and argues that the confirmation process has not become too political, and they contend that the partisan splits in the votes to confirm justices is nothing new. They say that's occurred for centuries, but the Supreme Court has remained above politics despite this. And they argue that constitutional interpretations, not politics, is what ultimately divides the Senate when there is a hotly contested confirmation process, and that these debates are important. While they may concede that the court is sharply divided on hot button issues, they argue that a large majority of the court's decisions are unanimous, showing that the body is not political and therefore the confirmation process is not overly partisan. And we want to hear what you think. So go over to Think the Vote, join the debate. You can find the links below. We also took an e-lesson that looked at this issue and the history of the Supreme Court nominations last week. It asked questions like, what are the roles of the president and the Senate in filling empty seats? What is the stated job of the judiciary? Does it appear that political partisanship would impact it? What trends do you notice about the vote splits in Supreme Court nominations throughout the nation's history? Some of the vote margins have been very close. What are some possible explanations for this? And more. We think about these questions a lot as relate to our constitutional principles, and we offer over 200 different resources on our website. So if you go to the link, you can find those there. We also devoted a whole curriculum to Supreme Court document based questions. So questions that look at the actual documents of the Supreme Court and really ask you to think deeply about those ideas. And you can go again, those are all on our website. We have over 30 different cases that you can look at. And our landmark Supreme Court case homework help series on YouTube is really wonderful as well and provides a lot of great background on Supreme Court cases. So the big question, thinking about Supreme Court nominations, the historic and very exciting confirmation of Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, and really the history of the court and its relationship to the political bodies is what we're thinking about. But what are you thinking about? Every other Monday, our team is here talking about current events and opportunities. So sign up. We know that citizenship is hard work, and we're here to help. So